Hello, welcome to Season 2, Episode 10 of Finding a CS Job. It's a bit late on Friday. I want to get this over with, this recording. Uh, so, where do I even begin? Okay, so I'm going over the last 2 weeks. We're doing bi weekly updates during the quarantine. So, yeah, after I recorded last episode, I was mentioning that I am assuming that the job I was interviewing at is done. Like I didn't get chosen. Well, I did not like get an offer, but I moved on to the next stage in the interview process and had an interview with the team on Monday of this week. So last week was pretty much just me prepping, and it was doing a lot of the prep that I did for the first interview. It was just more of the same because you really don't know. I guess this one had a little bit more focus on technical stuff, whereas before it was more like communication and collaboration and all that kind of focus. So it was basically just reviewing my projects, reviewing the programming languages that were associated with the job, and reviewing topics that were associated with the job. This way, I had a decent idea of just like what to talk about if they just asked me random questions. And that's basically what they did. They just asked me a bunch of random questions, hypotheticals, questions about like my preferences for how I work and a bit about my past, some more technical questions. Like, I talked with two people. One of them was the project manager, so that would be like my boss. And then the other was like a senior developer, so he would be like the person that I'd be working under. So I guess another boss. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. So both bosses. And when the senior developer came on, it got a lot difficult. A lot more difficult, that's for sure, because he got into the nitty gritty of like what I did and everything. Um, I could tell you what like they asked, but it really doesn't matter what they asked because like what they asked won't matter in the future. It's just like it's specific to that job. So like questions you'll get asked at your interview or me and the next interviews that I have will not it won't matter really. It's just something to keep in mind, and the best thing to do is just prepare everything. Data structures and algorithms, knowing your programming languages, knowing your past, knowing behavioral stuff for this. So in the beginning, just know your behavioral stuff. After that, anything could happen. Behavioral questions, technical questions, data structures, algorithms questions, whiteboarding, anything could happen. Um, I did take an assessment test online, so I'd consider that kind of like whiteboarding, where it was like a general programming knowledge test. So if you have something like that, I don't know. But basically, you can figure it out. Well, if you go in person, you won't know whether or not they ask you to stand up and write on the whiteboard. But this one was done over the phone, and I wasn't told to be at my computer. I wasn't told to get familiar with a coding online thing for like pair programming so they could observe. Nothing. So I figured that I wasn't going to be programming. So things like that to prepare. I guess that would be my advice. Um, so yeah, overall I feel okay. They didn't really give me any feedback on like my answers. They only just answered okay, so maybe that's why I just feel okay. I don't know, but um, I don't know. I'm not like super confident, but I do have a good feeling that they like me because we talked for an hour, and that's like pretty much twice as long as any interview that I've been to. Like normally it's around 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, but this was a straight hour full. So I think they they like me so far, or I'll tell you one thing: if your interview is short, that's bad. But your interview is long, that's, I mean, who knows? But it's definitely not bad. It's not obviously bad. So, um, I don't know if you can hear people talking in the background. Sorry about that. But Yeah, there was that, and just some of the questions they asked, they were like thinking as if I was already working there, I guess. So I that gives me a good sign that I've impressed thus far. I don't know, I have a good feeling about it, but I wasn't particularly confident in my answers. Like I was very confident in my answers when I took my assessment test, but speaking with them, some of it was difficult. Some of it was hard to answer. I guess that's the point of an interview, right? They did good at asking questions. Um, so yeah, I'll let you guys know. Funny story though. Uh, Another thing that kind of leads me to believe that they really want to hire me. I guess it leans me more on that side is that I was having difficulty connecting to the conference. It took me 15 minutes. I was 15 minutes late, basically. I was there 5 minutes early, and for 20 minutes, every minute, I tried to connect to the conference number that they gave me. So you call up a phone number, and then I was provided a number, like a code to type in after I called the number, and it just never worked. So they waited for me. But here I am thinking that either they forgot about me, they're waiting on me, and I'm missing something, or I'm having technical difficulties and they're waiting on me. So I emailed the person that set the whole thing up, gave me the code, and he was just like, oh man, like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong, just type the code in, but what's your availability later in the week? And I guess he emailed them, told them that I was having trouble, and they must have had my phone number from my resume and called me up because 20 minutes later I got a phone call, and really they spent an hour and 20 minutes dedicated to me. So that's a long time, and they're busy people from what I gathered from our talk. So all good signs. Another thing that's good, which doubles my chances, is there's two positions open. Same position, two openings for it. So that doubles my chances as well. Um, yeah, so what I was told in round one is that I would have to go through 4 rounds. This was round three. I'm hoping this is the end though, because the team is very small. I don't know how much more they need to ask me or see from me. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was it. Um, like in terms of like their final round, we'll see though. If they still are not sure as to who to hire, if they're between a bunch of people and they're not sure, then whatever. I'm down to do whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was the final round. And I'd like to speak hypothetically for you guys. I'm not assuming I got the job, but if I did get the job and I do find my CS job, then there was something up with the camera. This camera's like on its way out or something, or my computer. I definitely need to upgrade my computer a little bit. It's not really starting to go, but like I've noticed some things. But anyway, I don't want to leave you on that cliffhanger like that. Yeah, if I do find the job, I will stop releasing videos for this channel. Uh, I'll put out all the lead code prep that I did, all the answers that I had, and just going through that. If why not? But videos for this series are done, and I'll probably not record anything after that. I'll pick up the YouTube channel for season three. Like if I need to find something else or whatever. Like the next time I'm looking for a job, like you bet I'll be here because it's just really helpful to just talk my way through this. It's great. Just, speaking your thoughts out loud has one prepared me for interviews and two helped me plan for the future. So, although yes, I do waste a lot of time recording and doing retakes and stuff for this series, um, overall I feel like it's helped me a ton, and I wouldn't be the developer I am, which is not much, I guess, if you think about it. But yeah, without this series, I wouldn't be the developer I am today. I think I'm a really solid developer, especially for entry level positions. Junior developer, forget it. I could do anything a junior developer could easily. So, like, I already know that I could easily find a junior developer position without a doubt. Um, so yeah, good stuff. In terms of Leet Code, I've just been going through the 30-day challenge. I even streamed like 4 problems, like 3 hours of problems, which was interesting. And then I haven't applied to any new jobs. I'm like on the fence. I really should just apply. It couldn't hurt. But like I just, maybe it's because I'm lazy this week. I just really haven't thought about it. Like I'm just too lazy to go through and do any more. So I don't want to say that I'm banking on this position because I am going to start this week coming up. Mark my words. I'm going to be applying to jobs again next week, whether I hear from them or not. Um, well, if I do get an offer, then I won't, obviously. But if, I have another interview, I will still apply to jobs because I got to. I can't keep banking on it and keep wasting time because there could be something else that comes up that'll work out and be better. You never know. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm also on the fence of just like, it's a waste of time because what if I get hired? You know, it'd be wasting my time. But I would just be wasting time anyways, like playing video games or something. I don't know. So I'm on the fence. I might as well do it because, yeah, I shouldn't bank on it. Unless I know for a fact that I have an offer, then I shouldn't bank on it. So there you go. So for the next 2 weeks, I'll be working on the platform. I started doing a little bit more of that today. It's getting to the point where I can actually send it out to people. I know I've been saying that for like a month now, but it's actually getting to the point where I'm almost ready. I need to test it for one user, and then I need to test it for multiple users, and then I'm ready to send it out to people. So at this point, I think I've connected every socket. I think I have, and now it's just managing the messages, like handling the messages a certain way back and forth from my two applications, and then yeah, then I guess there's some implementation on the front end I need to do. I don't know, but a lot of that's kind of already there. Oh, another thing. I also am going to be volunteering to work on Note Tracker. It's Frosted GH's new score hero that he's building and did a Kickstarter. So I'm going to be contributing to it when possible. So if any of you are interested in that, then some of the styling will have been done by me because they need help with CSS. So I'm going to help them with that. And I was very pleasantly surprised that they had mock-ups of the site. So surprised they actually had someone designing the website. So that was very good. Very, very good. Makes my life a lot easier. Because I wouldn't have done the CSS work if they needed me to design the site. No way. But yeah, what they have looks pretty nice, and I'm excited for the project. I love Score Hero. Score Hero is the thing that got me into Guitar Hero as much as I was. So without Score Hero, there wouldn't have ever been a Dupian stream ever. So there's that. And the fact that Frosted wants to make like a modernized Score Hero is a great idea, honestly. He always has really good ideas. Always. And I'm happy he's got like a team working on it. I'm not considering myself part of the team. Maybe they consider me part of the team. I literally haven't even written a thing of code yet, but a line or whatever. But yeah, I want to just contribute when I'm free, and obviously when I'm not like prepping for that. I'm trying to make that very clear to them to not rely on me for anything. I'm just there as extra support. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much everything that's gone on with me. I did some videos on my other channel, the main channel. I guess you can technically call this one the main channel for right now. But yeah, my video game channel, I did some videos on content creation, why you should and why you shouldn't be a content creator. That was fun. I liked doing that. And honestly, life is just so much better. I'm like so much happier, not, feeling like a piece of shit anymore. So I'm just so proud of myself to get to this point where I am. I've accomplished nothing if you think about it, but uh, like to get this far for such like a legit company and to do the things that I want to do, like I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it feels great. My life's gonna change soon, and that's amazing. So if you've been watching, I'm really happy that you've been a part of the journey, and hopefully this ends soon. I'm kind of sick of looking for a job and having to think about it. I just want to work. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.